Hello everyone, welcome to the CCNA router on a stick video tutorial. Router on a stick and DHCP. Okay, you can see I have a simple topology of one router, one switch, and 3 host laptops. Each of the 3 laptops will be assigned to different VLANs. Laptop 0 is going to be assigned to VLAN 1, laptop 1 is going to be assigned to VLAN 2, laptop 2 is going to be assigned to VLAN 3. You can see the IP addresses of the VLANs up here. You have 192.168.1.0/24 is going to be VLAN 1, 192.168.1.168.2.0/24 is going to be VLAN 2, and .3/24 is going to be VLAN 3. These 3 VLANs need to be configured on the router up here, and the router is going to serve as a DHCP server to assign IP addresses dynamically to the 3 laptops down here. I am going to configure VLANs on the switch here, and I will configure the switch ports 1, 2, and 3 to VLAN 1, 2, and 3 respectively. I am going to assign the switch port fast Ethernet 0/24 as a trunk port, and I'm going to connect it to the router here. I'm going to configure the router fast Ethernet 0/0 physical interfaces, and I'm going from the physical interface I will need to configure virtual sub interfaces and assign each of the virtual sub interfaces an IP address for each of the 3 VLANs. So basically what you're going to learn from this video is how to configure a router as a DHCP server to assign IP addresses dynamically to host PCs, and you're going to learn how to configure a router on a stick. Now let's go into the router command line interface. Before, let's use the cables to link the devices. Okay, we come to connections. You use a straight through cable to connect a router to a switch. I'm going to pick straight through cable, fast Ethernet 0/0. I will connect it to fast Ethernet 0/24 of the switch. I'm going to use same copper straight through cables and connect the fast Ethernet 0/1 of the switch port to the PC, that's the laptop 0. Fast 0/2 to PC, laptop 2, fast Ethernet 0/3 to laptop 2. Okay, first thing I will do here, I will start with the router, go to the command line interface, double click, go to CLI. Let me write no. Okay, here I'm in the user exec mode. Let me go, I write enable to go to privilege mode. Okay, when I am on the privilege mode, I will first write show run, that's show run in config. Okay, a lot of ends. This is to confirm that the router has no configurations. You can see that the fast Ethernet 0/0 has no configuration, no IP address, and it is shut down. Okay, I'm going to type configuration terminal, configure terminal, to go into the global configuration mode. You have to know these modes: user exec mode, privilege mode, and the global configuration mode. When you are in the global configuration mode, you have the capacity, you have the power to do changes to the router. Okay, I am going to type interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, you can type, you can shorten the fast interface fast Ethernet 0/0. You can set in the right INT fast Ethernet. You click on the tab and it's going to complete it. Okay, I will type no shutdown. Okay, now exit. I go to the Google configuration mode. Now I'm going to first set up the DHCP. I write IP DHCP pool. I write VLAN 1. Okay, what's going to be the network? The network for the VLAN 1 is going to be 192.168.1.0. Alright, network 192.168.1.0.25. Okay, the mask. If you click Shift and Control, Shift and the question mark is going to give you the options. So I'll write the mask. That's the network mask. Okay, I will write the default router. That's going to be the default gateway to the host down. So I'll write configure 192.168.1.254, and this is going to be the default gateway for all the hosts in the VLAN 1. Okay, also IP DHCP. Let me exit. IP DHCP pool VLAN 2. What's going to be the network for VLAN 2? Network 192.168.2.0. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0. What's going to be the default gateway for host on VLAN 2? It's going to be 192.168.2.254. Okay, set up the network. I set up the default router. I exit. I go to another DHCP server, DHCP pool for VLAN 3, DHCP pool VLAN 3, network 192.168.3.2.30.255.255.255.0. Default router is going to be 192.168.3.2.54. Okay, exit. Now I have to tell this router not to assign specific IP addresses. Those are the IP addresses of the router interfaces. That's going to be the default gateway IP addresses should not be assigned. So let me write IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.1.254. Okay, for VLAN 1, 2 for VLAN 2, 3 for VLAN 3. These three IP addresses are going to act as the default gateway for the VLAN 1, 2, and 3 respectively. So they should not be assigned to any host. So these will prevent IP address conflicts. I'm done with setting the DHCP server on the router. Okay, now I will proceed to configuring the virtual interface sub-interfaces on the router. I go to interface INT fast Ethernet 0/0.1. You know, for VLAN 1. That's the sub interface for the VLAN 1. I will have to set up this sub interface, encapsulate it. All the data from this that's been sent from this sub interface will be directed to VLAN 1, and all the data that's received from the sub interface will be from host on VLAN 1. I will write encapsulation .1Q. That's the standard for the trunking port. I write a number. This is for the VLAN 1. IP address 192.168.1.254. Remember, that's the default gateway for the host on VLAN 1. Okay, 255.255.255.0. Okay, not so done. That's not necessary because it's already up, but I just put it there. Okay, I exit. I go to interface facility 0/0.2. It's up. Encapsulation.1Q VLAN 2. IP address 192.168.2.254. 255.255.255.0. Subnet mask. Done with VLAN 2. Go into the sub interface 3 first. Okay, up. Encapsulation.1Q3. IP address 192.168.3.254. 255.255.255.0. I'm done with setting up the router sub interfaces, and which are also the default gateway for the host. Basically, this is what I need to do on the router, so to set up the DHCP and to also configure the router on ST. Okay, let's say so run. Okay, VLAN 1, you see the pool, you see the network number, you see the default router. That's going to be the default gateway. You see the excluded address, they are never going to be given out. Okay, VLAN 1, VLAN 2, VLAN 3, they have their network, they have their default routers. Okay, I'm going now into the switch. Double click the switch. Go to the command line interface. What I'm going to do into the switch is to set up the VLANs. In the switch, you can set up VLANs either in the privilege mode or global configuration mode. Go to global configuration mode so you have more power, more ability to do a lot of things. Alright, VLAN 1, name, give it a name VLAN 1. Okay, VLAN 2, exit. VLAN 2, give touching this thing. VLAN 2, name VLAN 2, exit. VLAN 3, oh my bad. VLAN 3, name VLAN 3. Done. Go back to global configuration mode. What I need to do now is to assign the interfaces to the specific VLANs. Okay, remember, fast Ethernet 0/1 is for VLAN 1, /2 for VLAN 2, /3 for VLAN 3. I'm going to interface fast Ethernet 0/1. You know, I write switch port. I have to configure the fast Ethernet 01 as an access mode, in order to allow transport. Okay, because a port you can assign it either as a trunk port or an access port. A trunk port, like if the switch is connected to another switch or is connected to another router, it's going to be transporting different VLANs. But when I configure it in an access mode, it means it's going to be transporting data to host devices. Okay, and it's going to transport only data from only one VLAN. Okay, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 1. Done. Okay, exit. Go into fast Ethernet 0/2, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 2. Okay, I go exit. Interface fast Ethernet 0/3, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 3. I'm done. I have nothing to do on this switch now. Yes, I have something to do. Let's go to the fast Ethernet 0/24. That's connected to the router. Interface facility 0/0/24. I'm going to configure it as switch port mode trunk. Done. It's up. Okay. At this time, if I change the IP address request setting of the host, yeah, you see that the router will begin giving the host their dynamic IP addresses. So I have to go to the host one by one. IP address, change the mode from static to DHCP. It's sending requesting IP address. You see DHCP request successful. Laptop 0 has been given its IP address 192.168.1.1. You see the default gateway is the 192.168.1.254. Okay, that's the sub interface 0/01. Okay, the same thing to laptop 1 is successful. Laptop 3 change from static to DHCP, requesting IP address. DHCP request successful. We are done. We are done. How do we know that we are done? Let's ping. You see the packet here? I'm going to send a ping ICMP packet from the laptop 0 on VLAN 1 to the DHCP here. Successful. Okay, the ping is successful. The communication is successful. Okay, communication between the host and the default gateway is successful. Communication between the host on different VLANs also will be successful, because the router here will be acting as an intermediary, you know, translating those IP addresses, sending it to the destination host. Okay, you can see all the pins are successful. Now the host on the different networks are communicating successfully thanks to the router. Okay, this is all what you need to know to prepare for the CCNA exam, DHCP and router on a stick. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time.